Hej och välkomna till Textilhögskolan i Borås, som är ett nav för bred och fördjupt kunskap inom hela den textila värdekedjan. Med imponerande labbmiljöer, flertal välutbildade studenter, forskning i framkant och internationell lyskraft. Sedan 2013 så har Textilhögskolan befunnit sig här i Textile Fashion Center. Vilket har gett oss närhet till alla de olika verksamheterna som finns här i huset som gynnar våra studenter. Här sammanförs forskning med utbildning, entreprenörskap och innovation, men också kultur för inspiration och utveckling av framtidens textila och modebransch. Men innan vi fortsätter så tänker jag att ni ska följa med mig och så ska vi ta reda på vad som försiggår innanför dessa väggar. Kom med! I Textilhögskolans olika labbmiljöer kommer du få arbeta med mer traditionella maskiner till allt mer avancerade maskiner i våra olika maskinparker. Här kommer du få arbeta i vårt vävlabb, trikålabb, konfektionslabb, trycklabb, digital printinglabb, spinnerilabb samt ett färg- och beredningslabb. I alla våra textila program kommer du få en textil grundutbildning där du kommer få fördjupa dig inom textilteori. Men du kommer också få arbeta praktiskt i våra labb. Och som jag tidigare sa så har Textilhögskolan täcker vi hela den textila värdekedjan. Allt från rå fiber till återvunnen och färdig produkt. Här har vi kompletta akademiska miljöer. Och vad är det? Jo, det betyder att vi har utbildningar allt från kandidat och enstaka kurser till master- och forskarutbildning. Så vi täcker hela spannet av utbildningar. Textilhögskolan bedriver forskning och utbildning inom 3 områden. Textil- och modedesign, textilteknologi och textilmanagement. Men om vi tittar lite närmare på design. Visste du att Textilhögskolan är en av de högst rankade designskolorna i hela världen? Här har vi 2 inriktningar, textildesign och modedesign. Inom design så kommer studenter och lärare från hela världen för att titta närmare och skapa nya idéer, utveckla olika koncept och titta på själva designprocessen för framtidens textilier och mode. Och nu så ska ni få träffa Lina Färm som sitter i vår studio med 2 av våra programansvariga inom kandidatutbildningarna för just design. Så passa på nu och ställ era frågor medan deras samtal är igång så kommer de svara på det i chatten.
Hello and welcome. My name is Lina Färm and I'll be overseeing things here in the studio today. We've just had an introduction to the fields and now we're going to delve a little deeper into the design programs. So on the sofa we have Jan Tepe, Program Director for Fashion Design, and Margareta Zetterblom, Program Director for Textile Design. Warm welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll begin with each and one of you giving a short pitch about your program. So I would like you to start, Margareta. Please.
Thank you. I would like to start with to say that it's a very international program, that we have both international students, we have international lecturers teaching in our different courses, and we also give the possibility to the students to study a semester abroad. The basics in the textile design education is to learn about, as a designer, how to work with color, composition, get a deep knowledge in different textile fibers and yarns and textile materials and their qualities from a design aspect.
Thank you, Margareta. And what about fashion design, Jan?
Yeah, also fashion design is a very international study program. We have students coming from very different countries, and thanks to the diversity that it brings into the class, we have different perspectives coming together. You learn to to work with people of different opinions and different visions, and this can be very stimulating and inspiring. Apart from that, the fashion design program is very hands-on, so you learn to really engage with materiality, you learn how to bring it to the body, how to conceptualize your work, and how to present your work later on. And this really, thanks to different teachers having a multitude of professional perspectives on certain areas, and that is to the benefit of students.
What are the differences between the design programs, Margareta?
Yeah, I would say that within the textile design program, you really work with the textiles, also how to design textiles and how to construct textiles for different applications, and we work in different scales at the program, from a very small scale that could be like small textile items to a more medium scale towards more textile products as upholstery fabrics, but we also work in an architecture scale in very big scale with textile design.
I see. Do you wish to add anything?
Yeah, definitely. So for fashion design, I think what really distinguishes us from textile design is that the human body plays an important role. It's not just that the person is engaging with the body when producing something, but also addressing the body and dressing the body in the process. And that can take different forms. So we have students who wish to really work in a more established way for the industry, from design conceptualization to the pattern construction, prototype development, but we also have students who wish to maybe take it into a different direction, such as performance art and or performance wear, so where it's really more about the technicalities or the expressions that come with the body when activating materials through bodily movement. And I think that is something that is a bit more different to the textile design program.
I would like to add that within the textile design education, you could also work with textiles for the body. Where you don't construct any garments, but you could work with the design of textiles meant to be used in relation to a body.
So there are differences, of course, but there are also some common courses for the students, right?
Yeah, we have material knowledge as a common course. That's the first course of the program. We also have textile communication as a common course, and design methodology course, focusing on methods for design research in the third year.
And the internship course is also shared.
Yeah.
Speaking of internships, and is it possible to go abroad during?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a good network built up by our international coordinator. So the students, they have the possibilities to go to different high-ranked universities in Europe. Yeah.
Exactly. So it goes both ways. So we have students coming in from other academic institutes wanting to study here for an exchange semester. And that can be 2 to 4 students in the second year coming from the outside to the class. But on the other hand side, we also have students wanting to go abroad to study at a different, another academic institute, to really gain experiences that are maybe a bit more colored by different cultures, but also how the academic institutes operate, to really enrich the students' understanding of what design is and what it means to work in different groups.
And in what ways do you support your students in promoting their work?
Yes, we try to be part of different exhibitions. For example, for textile design, we are exhibiting every year at the Dutch Design Week in the Netherlands with a broad international audience. And we are always looking for new arenas to exhibit. So now we are looking at 3 days of design in Copenhagen as a new arena to exhibit.
Yeah, and for fashion design, apart from exhibitions, we support the students in promoting their work by partaking in events for fashion shows, such as the Copenhagen Fashion Week, the London Fashion Week, or the Paris Fashion Week, where the students or the graduates can go and show their work to an international audience, including international journalists and influencers. So to really help the students or the graduates to raise awareness about their work.
And where can we find your alumni today, Jan?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we have graduates who go to established brands such as Y Project or Acne Studios, Adidas, for instance. But we also have graduates who want to pursue a career maybe as freelancer. We just had a recent graduate who now collaborated with Rick Owens on a knitwear collection that went very, very well, and she's very successful in that. But we also have graduates who want to establish their own brand, such as Ellen Hodakova, who now won the prestigious LVM Ash Award. Or we have graduates who want to pursue an academic career, such as going for the MA. Their graduate, Stina Randestad, is also internationally well known for her work these days. But apart from that, students are also welcome to apply for the MA program and then later on go for the doctoral studies if they want to stay in academia. So it's very diverse and broad, and we support our graduates the best we can.
And for textile design?
Yeah, we can see that our students, some of them go into the industry. They work as textile designers at IKEA, for example, or other textile companies like Almedals or Ludvig Svensson. We also see our students going to the car industry as textile designers. It's a lot of textiles in a car. So we have alumni at Toyota in Japan and Volvo in Sweden. And others, they establish themselves as textile artists and build up their name and the brand in that context. And as you said, also going further with their academic career, applying for the master and then research educations.
I see. What applicants are you looking for?
We are looking for a diversity of applicants. Many of the applicants, they have a background in pre-education, specialized in textile or fashion design, but that is not necessary to apply, so we encourage people to apply with different backgrounds. They could be totally different from the textile or fashion fields. Yes.
It's the same for fashion design. So speaking from past years' experiences, of course, we receive a lot of applications with different backgrounds, and we really encourage that to stay that way. We want to have a diverse group of students coming here. It is not required that they have pre-education, and let's say in pattern construction or any other techniques, even though it can support their portfolio in the end. But to us, it is more important that we have future students who are very ambitious, who really have a vision, who want to bring change to the design field and have the feeling that they can contribute to a change. That is very important to us. So we want to have driven students that have an artistic or design-related idea that they really want to pursue. And then technique knowledge and design knowledge in general can be more learned here.
Finally, why should someone apply to the Swedish School of Textiles? John?
So I think what really distinguishes us from other academic institutes is the diverse expertise of design, the team of the design department. So we have lecturers who have pursued a research career, who bring their research experience into the education. We have lecturers who have rich industrial experience, so really bringing in connections and collaborations in that matter. But apart from that, I would also say that our programs are very project-based, meaning that the students can really focus on one subject at a time. And a course can run from 6 to 9 weeks, for instance, and during that time they really only focus on that course to dive deep into certain techniques, concepts, theory, anything that relates to the fashion design discipline, to become later on specialists, and that is something that is accompanied by hands-on activities. So to us it's very important that the students understand how to engage and how to work with material, how to transform it, how to communicate the materiality, and that happens through hands-on activities, which is very, very important to us. And that happens partially in the labs and the design studios. And the great thing about our labs is that it is supported by technicians who are very well experienced experience in either knitting, weaving, print, dyeing, digital technology. So really to support the students in learning certain aspects of the design field in the best possible way. And that is definitely something that makes us stand out to others institutes.
And also that we have a strong focus on sustainability and how to change the textile industry that has been a burden to the environment for so many years, and to apply for both textile and fashion means that you have a chance to change the way of how it has been functioning in the industry for so long, and to make it more environmental friendly.
Thank you very much, both of you, for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Textilhögskolans konstnärliga masterprogram inom textil- och modedesign erbjuder en framåtblickande miljö där kreativitet och innovation möts. Programmet har 4 inriktningar: modedesign, textil interaktion, performancewear och textildesign. Här kan du utforska hur textilier och mode formar individer, samhällen och miljöer. Utveckla kläder och material som agerar och intrigerar och fördjupa dig inom framtidens textila möjligheter, från hantverk och nya material till digitala lösningar och hållbara innovationer.
I started to study fashion design, and then after my bachelor, when I started to work in the industry, I enjoyed it a lot, but I also saw how difficult it is to push for more sustainable ideas. So that's when I then decided to do my master's. I chose to study at the Swedish School of Textiles because I've heard that there's a big focus on sustainability. The industry will actually change, and I'm trying to research also like how it can actually be applied in the industry. So either I will take these ideas and spread it in actual brands, or if I get sponsors and fundings, maybe start my own brand. But it's all around the same topic, so it will be about sportswear and sustainability.
Ni har nu precis fått en övergripande bild om området design, och vi ska nu titta närmare på textilteknologi. Här finns en rad olika områden och teknikområden som samspelar. Allt från fiber till återvunnen produkt. Inom textilteknologi så är hållbarhet och materialet i fokus. Och ni ska nu få träffa några av våra programansvariga inom det här området som ska berätta mer om våra kandidatutbildningar. Och återigen, passa på och ställ era frågor i chatten nu medan samtalet är igång. Över till studion.
Welcome back. So we're going to talk about the bachelor programs. Welcome Sina Seipel, Program Coordinator for Textile Production and Innovation. Benas Bagay, Program Coordinator for the Bachelor Program in Textile Engineering. And Asan Shafiq, Program Coordinator for Textile Product Development and Entrepreneurship. Welcome. So first of all, I would like you to just give a short introduction to your program. Would you like to start, Sina?
Sure, I can start. So the bachelor program in textile production and innovation is our newest bachelor program. It is an international program which is given completely in English, and it is about preparing students to work with textile innovations of technical textiles primarily, and it gives students the opportunity to specialize in one area, either working with material innovations or with a product innovation, so the assembled finished product as compared to the material. It is also a program that prepares students to work with sustainability and the sustainability issues within textiles, but also how we can transform the industry in a digital way. So digital textile transformation of the textile industry is one focus area. Another focus area is compliance, so laws and regulations that are becoming more and more important that we put focus on. So it prepares the student from different perspectives within textile technology for the industry to work with, especially technical textiles.
Okay, thank you. Benas,
I can say that the textile engineering program provides a very comprehensive understanding of the entire textile production, from fiber to final product. And for each stage they need to analyze the material and also the process, and the student will learn how to analyze, work with textile materials, explore the sustainable practices and recycling methods. So this program is ideal for those who are interested in mathematics, chemistry, natural science and engineering topics, and who has interest to work with textile materials and analyzing and sustainable practices, and also who wants to be at forefront of technological advances in textiles. So the key element of the product is that the practical lab work and team projects, industrial collaboration during project-oriented courses that we have, strong collaboration we have, and also the student learn the end-to-end process of textile development, from fiber to fabric and testing.
So, Asan, what about textile product development and entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so textile product development and entrepreneurship program actually develops the ideas and visions into the product and the companies. As if we look at the title, it says textile product development and entrepreneurship. So we address the sustainability and innovation to develop the products and also to develop the concepts and the business ideas. And the business ideas, of course, bring in a lot about the project management, project planning, and also the brand communication for the students who are interested in that direction. And if we look at the product development, it has the technology and also to develop the sustainable and innovative products. But students actually, by having this program, they independently can run the product development and entrepreneurship projects on their own. That is really interesting. And also, we in this program mainly focus on the textile and clothing industry. We do have the functional textile also and the different textile application within the program, but the main focus of the program is on the entire value chain of the textile and clothing industry. And if we look at the 3 years progression, that is really strategically sequenced courses. So the students start with the basic courses and also learn how they can physically develop the patterns, physically develop the products, and also how they can digitally develop the products. And also this entrepreneurship side of the program and the product development side goes parallel in the 3 years, and the students learn to do the product development and entrepreneurship in the 3 years program. So the ones who are really interested to become an entrepreneurship and also entrepreneurship, which is a new term, which is like you're still working as a job professional, but with an approach of entrepreneur. So the students after this program can become an entrepreneur or entrepreneur, both after completion of this program.
Okay, interesting. So an employed entrepreneur,
yeah,
in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is this program important to society?
Because I think that society these days demands a lot when it comes to the sustainable development. And if we look at a general textile technology, we have sustainability well incorporated and integrated in all our 3 programs as we are discussing today. And we are bringing the new techniques, the new practices to develop the products, to review the production processes, which are conventional, very old methods. So we do have a research and we collaborate with the research as well within the education to find out the new practices which can be brought into the future to develop the new practices which are more sustainable and has a lower impact on the environment, and of course more towards the social and economical side of the sustainable development as well.
Sina, what do you agree from your program's perspective, or would you wish to add?
I think I agree. So the general requirements or the challenges that we're facing, they are so the textile product development and entrepreneurship students, as well as the textile production innovation students, they work on similar challenges, but they work maybe from different angles. So here with textile production and innovation, we focus on a certain group of textiles, technical textiles, so everything apart from the clothing, the fashion that we're wearing. So we're looking at other areas, and this is a big industry and a growing industry that we need to address more than the sustainability aspects or digital textile transformation. These are aspects that we all work on, but from different perspectives. So students that study textile production and innovation, they are eventually technologists that take parts that work with innovation. So they look at research that has been done and look at ideas and put it somewhere in a different combination and out in industry, so we could innovate the textile industry.
Okay. Speaking about careers and where our students eventually end up, where do we find what are the career opportunities for the students at your program, Benas, for example?
Yeah, the graduates from this program, I mean textile engineering programs, pursue careers as textile test engineer, laboratory engineer, quality assurance manager, textile material developer. Different job career they can get, and especially during this transition to more sustainable materials, recycling of the materials, they have very important role in this transition. So they gain a job very quickly after completion of this program, actually. Yeah, and I can mention that this unique blends of technical expertise and also practical experience together with sustainable focus of the program makes the graduates from this program a very smart choice for textile industry to have textile engineering in this industry.
What courses are common for the programs? Are there any common courses for your program?
Well, actually, the all of our programs, they have a common base, and that is the base in textile technology basic courses, where they learn from the fiber material, how you from the fiber make yarn, make a textile construction, and then dye and finish the material, prepare it to be finally be assembled for in a product, and also closing the loop to how you can use recycling practices to then start over again. So that is actually something that is common for all of our educations, and which is a strength for all of our 3 programs within textile technology, that they have the same basis.
So in what way do you support your students in promoting their work, reaching out for career opportunities, for example?
Yeah, for us in the Textile Technology Institute, we have a lot of collaboration with the industry, because if you look at the base foundation of all these three programs, they are very much into very much realistic challenges with the industry. So we, research and education, both are having a very strong collaboration with the industry, and we have quite many courses during the program's education in 3 years, where we invite the companies, they come to the courses and they pitch their challenges, and students in a realistic way, they try to solve the problems which are very much related to sustainable developments which the companies they are developing towards. So we have a quite strong collaboration with the industry, and also we have some of the courses where we exhibit the products, and that is through the fashion show or catwalk. Although this is not the technology aspect, but we do have a slightly design incorporated in the program which I'm responsible for. So in that perspective, we do help the students for that platform.
So what do you say? Do you want to add anything to that? topic? How you support your students in promoting their work or reaching out for?
By providing them, help them to gain knowledge and also use and implement this knowledge that they gain during the program. We have a very good collaboration with industrial, textile industrial companies, and for the degree work, they come and present the real challenges that they have. We have many, we have several project-oriented courses that we try to have some real challenges that the companies have, and then students work with these challenges and find solution or make some suggestion that how these challenges can be solved. And also for textile engineering program, they are going to have field study. 15 credits course that they can do their field study and get hands-on experience and do this field study with textile companies or companies that they use textile. It can be like a car industry like Volvo, it can be technical textiles companies that they produce something. So from different stage, from fiber to final product, they can this. Yeah. And they make network.
But one of another important aspect we recently have started, it's been 2 years that we invite the students, alumni, for the textile product development and entrepreneurship, and that is also a very good platform for the first year, second year and third year students to meet the alumni on the day. We have an event when they actually mingle each other and talk to each other and create a very strong networking. So that is another platform which we actually provide to our program registered students to meet with the alumni and ask the questions to them, that what job descriptions they are working for and what their experience after the education. So recently we had it last month. So we had a lot of really good discussion from the alumni for our program. Yeah.
Well, I think it adds to what you're saying. There is in textile production and innovation, we do not have any field study integrated in the program, but we work in a similar way as textile product development and entrepreneurship works in, that we have project courses, but it also can be in very, it doesn't always have to be companies involved in a certain problem or pitching event where you need to find a solution for a certain challenge or help develop a product. It could also be simply that we do a lot of study visits to companies to show the students what kind of industry that we have around here, and to show the history of Borås as a city and the connection to the industry, where it comes from here and why we are situated where we are.
But another, I think, the competitive edge is that we have the exchange studies. So our students actually go abroad, and that is also quite strategically oriented in the third year. So students, they finish their 2-year studies in here, and they are well equipped to go to represent Högskolan in Borås in abroad. And the students, when they go for the exchange studies and they study in abroad universities, they actually have a very good knowledge about the entire value chain of textiles in Sweden, and they have been having a very good feedback from the students that they have a very good knowledge which they actually share with the abroad students in the different universities around.
For textile engineering program, they have this opportunity to go and study abroad with some specific partner university that we have agreement with, and this agreement, or the list of the university, is going to be updated based on the feedback from the students and also the researchers that we work with. And then for 5th semester, they do this study in abroad, and also the students who decide and want to stay at the school, they have this possibility to do field study, as I mentioned, for 15 credits. But the one that they are abroad, the whole semester they will be abroad. And then we also offer some English courses during this semester to have exchange student, to host them exchange student, that the students that they are here doesn't feel that they get almost the same experience.
I can only add, compared to you, where you have this mobility opportunity to go abroad for students in the 5th semester. We have it in the 4th semester, but it is also possible to go abroad, we encourage students to do that. But for textile production and innovation, we already have an international environment at home. So when they study here, since there's the combination of Swedish students with international students that study together, but still we encourage students to even experience and study abroad somewhere else to widen your horizon.
All right. Sounds good, and we know that that's something that students often ask us about. They're curious about. What I would like you to help me with is to just clarify if a student now is like intrigued but also a bit doesn't know which program to choose. How do I know what's the right program for me?
Well, one differentiation is really the language here. So you should feel comfortable with English and studying completely in English and wanting to study in an international environment. You should, of course, have a technical interest. You should be interested in textiles, but it should exceed fashion. So there should be really this technical interest for products. Otherwise, there is, although this program only has general entry requirements, but there is courses that help the students develop their mathematical, their skills in maths, physics, and chemistry, and that is something you should be willing to develop and more. So that is what I can say for my program.
Yeah. What's different for your program, would you say?
The one who are really interested in chemistry, mathematics, and engineering is going to be textile engineering. So, and then they're going, for example, to develop or optimize process, develop entirely new materials with maybe new functions, evaluation, use statistics. So they have to have a very big interest in this materials science, engineering topics. So combination of the engineering, technology, and textile is this.
I think the uniqueness in the textile product development and entrepreneurship is for the ones who are really interested to start up their own company. So if you look at the vision of this program is that we try to develop the students with the approach that if they are willing to start up their own business, a startup company, so they actually can start their business without depending on any other resources or competence to engage. So students from the start, they can generate an idea and then convert that idea into a small business. So if I would just summarize the textile product development and entrepreneurship, that if you start up a company for the first 2 or 3 years, you can be your own self to run the entire company. So you have almost all the basic competence of everything from the product development to the brand communication to the business development, and of course sustainability is well incorporated in the whole textile value chain in this program. So I think the uniqueness is the entrepreneurship, which is very much of a business development, which actually makes the distinction among other programs.
Thank you. And just finally, why do you think why should one choose the Swedish School of Textiles?
One of our biggest strength here, I think, is our labs. We have really well-equipped labs that cover everything from getting to know the fiber material, making a yarn, different textile structures. We have a unique environment in what dyeing and finishing and resource-efficient processes are concerned. We look at recycling technologies. So I think that the labs and that students early are encouraged to practically work with textile materials is a uniqueness that we have at the Swedish School of Textiles.
Now we are just 3 programs that we are presenting, but we have other programs that during these the programs that we have co-reading with the other programs at Swedish School of Textile. So with this co-reading, the students can get this feeling of the working with future colleagues. Since, for example, if they start to work in a company, textile-related company, all are not textile engineers, so they have different background, but related to textile. So when they work in a team that they have different background, but they are all related to textiles. And this co-reading is very unique. And then we have, if you consider this textile value chain from fiber to final product, we have different programs that they are working this steps of value chain, and then the students can gain the feeling and also the knowledge of this uniqueness in Sweden.
Thank you. Finally, do you wish to add anything, or?
I think if you look at even from the Scandinavian perspective, I think we are among the ones which are leading the sustainable development. So this is very important because we are not only Swedish School of Textile, but rather we have a very, very strong history behind this name. It's a kind of a brand, I would say, and also it's not only a brand by say, but also contributed a lot in the sustainable development in the recent years. So we have quite many projects with the partner universities around in Scandinavian countries, and most of the universities really appreciate that the Swedish School of Textiles has contributed a lot in the sustainable development in this region. So I think that is a competitive edge.
Thank you very much for coming, and I hope you'll listen to the other presentations following. Thank you.
För dig som är intresserad av en master inom textilteknik erbjuds 2 utbildningar som ger en djupdykning i teknikens möjligheter för att möta framtidens behov. Masterutbildningen i textilteknisk innovation fokuserar på att transformera dagens produkter med globala och hållbara perspektiv. Det tvärdisciplinära samarbeten och forskning är centrala. Masterutbildningen i textilteknik tar sin utgångspunkt i textila fibrer och deras egenskaper och kombinerar teoretisk och praktisk kunskap med ett starkt fokus på hållbarhet. Tillsammans utrustar dessa program dig med verktyg för att driva innovation inom textilindustrin.
I always liked textiles, even as a child, like crafts and so on. And then I got interested in studying engineering or technology related things. And then I found that there's such thing as textile technology. It's a combination of technology but also creative things and with materials that seem interesting to me at least. Yeah, and here at the university every day is a bit different. Some days are full with lectures from the morning to the afternoon. Some are just empty in our schedule, but we still have to organize our own time for the projects we have. I don't know yet where exactly I want to work in because it's such a broad field. So it could be something related to product development, but I'm also interested in more research related things, more basic technology maybe. Yeah, so we will see.
Med det sagt så är det dags för det sista området som är textilt management. Och det här området handlar helt om hur mode skapas och konsumeras. Och det finns lite olika inriktningar inom det här området. Allt ifrån affärsmässiga beslut om försäljning, inköp och produktion till mer modehandel där vi också fortsätter med marknadsföring och försäljning. Och som en röd tråd genom hela det här området så har vi hållbarhetsperspektivet. Men också att kunna verka i en kreativ miljö. Och för att berätta mer om det här så har vi nu Agnes Andersson Wernström och Lars Hedegård i studion som ska berätta om våra kandidatutbildningar. Så jag vill bara passa på att berätta att ställ era frågor nu om det är någonting att fundera på under samtalets gång. Så över till er i studion.
Tack så mycket för det. Varmt välkomna tillbaka till studion. Nu har ni fått en introduktion till området textilt management och vi ska dyka ner lite djupare i kandidatutbildningarna. Och med oss här i fåtöljerna så har vi Lars Hedegård som är programansvarig för kandidatprogrammet i textilt management, inriktning mode och handel.
Tackar.
Samt Agnes Andersson Wernström, programansvarig för textilekonomutbildningen. Välkomna båda två.
Tackar.
Vi börjar ju med en kort liten pitch om era respektive utbildningar, tänker jag. Bara en kort varför, vad är grejen med er utbildning helt enkelt? Agnes, vill du börja? Varsågod.
Ja, textilekonom innebär att man läser klassisk företagsekonomi, till exempel redovisning, finansiell planering och lär sig om alla verktygen som man behöver för att veta hur företag fungerar. Och utöver det så läser man om textil och mode och får lära sig hur modebranschen fungerar. Och det är en väldigt kreativ utbildning som syftar till att man ska kunna jobba i textil- och modebranschen, men kanske även på lite mera allmänna jobb för företagsekonomer.
Superbra. Förklarar det väldigt tydligt. Lars, berätta om ditt program.
Ja, men det handlar ju egentligen om de engelska begreppen fashion retail och fashion marketing. Och tyvärr har vi inga riktigt bra svenska begrepp. Men om jag ska översätta det till svenska så handlar det om marknadsföring, hur modeföretag marknadsför sig själva och sina produkter, och hur konsumenter konsumerar mode. Och det är egentligen de två huvudbenen så att säga, i utbildningen, så är ju det marknadsföring inom mode och hur modeföretag som H&M, Acne, Arkivet, hur de fungerar och hur de verkar. Och det är det man lär sig.
Det finns likheter här mellan era program, men för ni har en gemensam kärna om jag har förstått saken rätt.
Jo, men det är ju så att alla utbildningar egentligen på hela Textilhögskolan har en gemensam kärna i att alla våra studenter får en god förståelse för textila produkter. Jag brukar alltid ta min kavaj som exempel. Hur gör man en kavaj och hur fungerar en kavaj? Så man får liksom textila material och textila produktionsprocesser. Och det får även våra 2 program. Och det ger ju verkligen en unik kompetens som man inte får om man pluggar på något av de andra lärosätena i Sverige till exempel. Sen har vi ju gemensamma företagsekonomiska grundkurser också, till exempel i ledarskap, organisation, i redovisning.
Ja, och en grundkurs i marknadsföring har vi också gemensamt.
Precis, men sen skiljer det sig åt lite grann.
Ja, berätta hur.
Sen kommer ju en fördjupning inom företagsekonomi. Så läser man textilekonom läser man mer företagsekonomi. Och vi har också kurser som till exempel inköp och logistik som textilekonomerna läser mer av än textilt management gör.
Jag förstår. Och ni läser istället mer av?
Vi läser ju mer då konsumentbeteende och marknadsföring riktad till konsumenter, men också mer hur butiker, både i handel och vanliga traditionella butiker, fungerar. Så man kan väl på det sättet säga att textilt managementutbildningen riktar sig mer mot den delen i modebranschen som handlar om butiker och konsumenter.
Och vi har lite mer innehåll kring hur man jobbar mellan företag istället.
Betyder det att det är liksom olika karriärmöjligheter? Är det olika yrken som blir tillgängliga för en, så att säga, när man har tagit sin examen? Eller hur skulle ni säga?
Väldigt många av de här textilinriktade yrkesrollerna har vi gemensamt. Men det kanske skiljer sig lite i hur många av studenterna som väljer den vägen. Men för textilekonomerna finns det ju specifikt tillgång till yrkesroller som till exempel controller, marknadsföring som är allmänt ekonomiinriktat, och vanliga ekonomjobb får de också, vilket är specifikt för dem. Men det delar ju vi med de andra ekonomiutbildningarna.
Just det, precis.
Och mina studenter kan å andra sidan ses att en del av dem hamnar kanske mer i de mer renodlat marknadsföringsspåret. Social media manager har vi flera stycken som jobbar som marketing manager eller e-commerce manager, alltså att ansvara för en webbsida där man till exempel säljer.
Jag kan ju lägga till lite då, för vi har ganska många yrkesroller inom inköp och logistik som studenterna får. Vi har fått upp lite var de hamnar tidigare, och då hamnade lite mer än 60% inom inköp och logistikroller. Och det ingår ganska mycket i textilekonomutbildningen kring de här ämnena.
Men jag vill ändå understryka, för det säger jag också alltid, att oavsett vilken utbildning på Textilhögskolan man väljer så är det man själv som beslutar var hamnar man i slutändan. Så vi har ju både textilekonomer och textilt managementstudenter som jobbar med designuppgifter till exempel. Men vi har designers som jobbar med mer ingenjörsmässiga grejer. Så att man ska nog inte vara allt för orolig, utan man ska själv känna att det här är någonting som jag brinner för och det är den vägen jag vill gå.
Roller inom produktutveckling för textila produkter är ju någonting som vi faktiskt har gemensamt. Och det beror ju mycket på den här textila baskunskapen som de får med sig.
Men det låter som att studerar man på Textilhögskolan så får man, oavsett lite grann vilket program man är, så har man nytta av hela Textilhögskolans liksom kompetenser
och det är ju det som gör
som
hela skolan så unik och gör våra studenter unika också. Man får med sig den här grundläggande förståelsen för produktionen och produkterna. Och sen bygger man på det med de olika inriktningarna.
Varför är det så kul just med att det är inriktningen liksom textil här då? Eller vad är grejen med det tycker ni? Textil. Marknadsföring och ekonomi kan man ju jobba med inom andra områden så att säga. Men
Textilhögskolan är ju en väldigt unik miljö. Det är en väldigt dynamisk miljö. Det händer alltid något kul på Textilhögskolan inom olika områden. Det kan vara samverkan med företag, det kan vara forskningsprojekt, det kan vara saker som händer i labben kopplat till kurser. Så det är högt och lågt. Men det är en väldigt rolig miljö och alla lärare jobbar ju och brinner för textil.
Och sen är ju branschen oerhört spännande. Alltså modebranschen är ju en väldigt kreativ bransch. Det händer väldigt mycket och här finns ju också alla möjligheter att få jobba med hållbarhetsutmaningar. För branschen brottas ju mycket med det och vi behöver få in nya kompetenser, studenter med nya idéer som kan förändra sättet som vi använder våra kläder på och sättet som vi tillverkar dem på. Då behöver vi ha duktiga studenter.
Precis. För kläder är ju ingenting som vi kommer sluta
använda
eller producera i framtiden.
Framtiden så måste vi ha kläder. Och då är frågan bara hur ska vi göra det här på ett bra sätt? Och det i sig är ju en sån rolig utmaning så i alla fall jag tycker det är jättespännande att jobba med det.
Ja, och det kan vi väl också säga kopplat till utbildningarna. Man tänker ofta på textil och mode som en smutsig bransch och att det är väldigt mycket problem med hållbarhet. Vi jobbar ju på att hitta lösningar och våra studenter är ju också en del av lösningen.
Och det är häftigt. Kan ni ge några exempel på vilka arbetsplatser, var hittar man era gamla studenter, era alumner som vi säger?
Nej, men självklart på många av de stora modekedjorna som finns i Sverige. Kappahl, H&M, Lindex, MQ, Gina har vi studenter. Men vi har också studenter på e-handelsbolagen. Ellos, Bubble Room. Vi har dem på de kanske lite mindre, mer hippa ställena med Mad Lady till exempel har vi en student som är deras social media marketing manager. Men även faktiskt internationellt. Vi har studenter som har gjort en internationell karriär. Jag intervjuade till exempel en student i förra veckan som jobbar som ansvarig för den svenska webbsidan hos Yves Roche. Alltså det är ju egentligen skönhetsmedel. Så hon sitter i Paris och driftar och jobbar med den sidan och säljer till hela Sverige och det är en av våra studenter.
Och man hittar ju faktiskt också våra studenter i andra branscher där man jobbar mycket med textila material, till exempel bilindustrin. Vi har en hel del gamla studenter som jobbar på Volvo.
Just det.
Och även andra bilföretag.
Och där är ju också såklart att man stannar kanske inte alltid hela livet. Utan man kanske byter, även om man jobbar på Volvo så kanske man byter roll. Jag vet att vi har en gemensam student som jobbar med inköp mer generellt sett efter ett antal år. Men som började här.
Ja, spännande. Apropå jobb och sådär, finns det möjlighet att göra praktik?
Ja, men det finns det faktiskt i bägge utbildningarna. Både mellan terminen, alltså på sommarlovet, finns det möjlighet att göra sommarkurser. Men också efter utbildningen finns det möjlighet att göra den. Och då kan man till och med göra den utomlands i Europa om man så vill. Så vi har en student nu som åker till Danmark till exempel.
Och på tal om Danmark, det finns också andra länder tänker jag, men många undrar ju, går det att resa utomlands under utbildningen? Hur ser det ut där för utbildningen?
Vi har i båda programmen en utbytestermin och det här är någonting som vi har prioriterat och tycker är väldigt viktigt. Så det finns en utbytestermin, högskolan har massor av avtal med olika universitet. Så man kan åka till olika spännande platser. Till exempel Danmark eller Paris eller Hongkong. Så det finns
Amsterdam, Seoul, Brasilien, om vi pratar länder. Finns det? Australien. Jajamensan, då byter man ju ut en termin och då är det vårterminen årskurs 2 för textilekonomer och höstterminen årskurs 3 för textilmanagementstudenterna.
Och det här är ju också en möjlighet att lägga lite personlig prägel på sin utbildning. För under utbytet så får man tillgång till kurser som vi kanske inte erbjuder. Inom textil och mode och inom andra områden som kopplar till programmet.
Just det, så då kan man välja lite land och lärosäte beroende på vad man är intresserad av helt enkelt, eller vilken väg man vill gå.
Jag menar, vi hade 2 studenter som ville läsa lite mer tekniska kurser och då valde de ett lärosäte i Tyskland och så åkte de dit och så fick de jobba mer med teknisk produktutveckling, vilket vi inte erbjuder i våra program i så stor utsträckning.
Är det svårt sen att hitta jobb? Hur ser arbetsmarknaden ut för era studenter när de är färdiga?
Jag tycker studenterna får jobb väldigt, väldigt snabbt, får jag säga. Så nej, det är väldigt lätt att få ett jobb efter avslutat de här programmen. Det finns ju en ganska stor bredd av olika yrkesroller. Och det har också funnits väldigt stort intresse för de här studenterna från företagens sida.
Sammanfatta bara slutligen så här, varför ska man plugga på just Textilhögskolan tycker ni?
Nej, men man får ju en superbra grund för en fortsatt karriär inom framförallt då modebranschen såklart. Lite olika beroende på vilket intresse man har. Är det mer marknadsföring och hur man kanske konsumerar mode så är det mitt program. Medan det är...
Om det är företagsekonomi och logistik så är det textilekonom.
Jättebra. Vi tackar er så mycket för att ni har kommit hit och berättat lite mer.
Textilhögskolans utbildningar inom textilt management erbjuder en djup förståelse för den textila värdekedjan och förbereder dig för en karriär inom mode- och textilindustrin. Magisterprogrammet i textilt management ger dig en bred överblick för dig med bakgrund inom exempelvis ekonomi, teknik, design eller marknadsföring. Masterprogrammet i fashion management och marknadsföring fokuserar på konsumentbeteenden, marknadsföring och konsumtion inom modeindustrin. Och masterprogrammet i styrning av textila värdekedjor så får du specialisera dig inom hållbarhet och styrning av textila värdekedjor. Där du fördjupar dig i hur olika delar av värdekedjan samverkar för att skapa hållbara lösningar.
Well, I have a background in industrial design and fashion design, and I've been working in the fashion retail industry for a long time, 15 years now. So I wanted a program that helped me to keep developing all the learning I gained, like working those years in the field. And I chose this program because it offers you a very good understanding of the global supply chain of fashion and also the internationalization. But also what captured me was like the strong focus it has on sustainability. After completing the studies here, I wish I can stay in Sweden, either working in some managerial position where I can actually drive some change to the industry, or even launching my own clothing business. So this program really offers you a good possibility to keep developing your career or actually help you to pivot into something different.
Nu går den här sändningen mot sitt slut, men jag vill bara tacka er allihopa som har suttit med här idag och tagit del av allting. Stort lycka till med er ansökning nu, så ses vi här i höst. Ha det bra!